Welcome to the Outer Banks podcast, presented by SEASIDE Vacations. With nearly 400 hassle-free Outer Banks vacation rentals. Begin planning your Outer Banks beach escape today at OuterBanksVacations.com. Here's your host, Chad Fournier.
Joining me on today's podcast, we have Chandler Pace from North Beach Watersports. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for coming in and talking to us. And I'm sure you can kind of give us the lowdown as far as what's going on the northern beaches of the Outer Banks, because you guys are based out of Corolla, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So for people who are up in the northern beaches, we're talking the Duck area, Southern Shores area, Corolla area, North Beach Watersports kind of serves that area. As well as, pretty much the whole Outer Banks, but people have to drive up to you. But right there, if you're vacationing there, it's a real kind of easy jaunt to get to what you guys do. So let's get into a little bit of what you guys do and what you guys offer as far as water sports.
All right, so we've got jet ski rentals, parasailing, pontoon boat rentals. We do a tubing and banana boat rental, which is a lot of fun for families and kids. And then we have kayaks, singles and doubles, and stand-up paddle boards. And then we even do an evening cruise, which is a pontoon rental during sunset hours for 2 hours.
Oh, that's cool. How many people go on that cruise approximately?
Okay, so we have 3 pontoon boats currently at our location, and 2 of them hold 10 to 12, and then 1 of them holds 15.
Very cool. So yeah, Sunset on the Sound is always amazing. There's sunset cruises at all different places in the Outer Banks, but I imagine up on those northern beaches, you have really cool sunsets up there.
It is always a beautiful sunset. Some of our crew even stays late just to watch it and take pictures, so it's always a great sight. Yeah,
that's cool. What's it like working out there, just kind of in that kind of an awesome environment? I know you're still working, but it's a fun thing, what you're doing. You have all this cool stuff going on. How does your summer break down? I assume you're really busy during your hours, but then do you guys get to kind of use the stuff or go on anything after hours at all? Is that a perk you all get?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime we want to take out equipment, normally Shane's pretty cool with it. We can go after work. Some days after, we all just go out there and we'll race around and stuff because we know what we're doing on the jet skis and we play around. It's a lot of fun. We have good summer days. It's long and it's hot, but the crew, we really love each other and it's very family oriented. I've worked with my brother and my sister. Shane is the owner and he's got his kids there, and we have a lot of siblings throughout. So it's really nice to see, and everyone really enjoys, I'll check in someone up front and then they'll meet my sister down the dock or something like that. So it's really cool to see.
Oh, that's very cool. What's it like as far as guests who want to try this stuff? They're on vacation. They're landlocked. They live in a city, right? So they don't have a lot of opportunities to maybe hop on a jet ski or do a parasailing or anything like that. So are people kind of trepidatious at first and you guys kind of need to make them comfortable? Or do you find that people are just excited to be doing this and love it? How's that kind of pan out?
So a lot of people do come and they always ask a lot of questions, especially when they're checking in.
Yeah.
Some people do have some scared tendencies, especially with parasailing and the height. And if they've never done it before, they always really want to know what's going on. But all of our captains have been priorly in the Coast Guard. And so it's really cool they have really a lot of experience on the water, and it's all about safety. And so they're really good at just keeping people comfortable, doing whatever they need. And normally once they get out there, it's free for all. Let's go. They have a great time and they come back and they're so happy that they did it. And it's a lot of fun. And then with the jet skis, again, we go through a lot of safety procedures before, just because it is a liability. But we do have a lot of fun and everyone has enjoyed themselves. I've never once had any customers come off and didn't have a good time.
Yeah, they all probably come up with smiles on their faces,
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
How high do you guys go as far as the parasailing?
We have 3 different flight heights. So it's 400 feet, 600 feet, and 800 feet.
Is there one that is more popular than the others? Or does everybody just want to go right for the 800?
A lot of people want to go right for the 800. And then we mentioned before about the people who are somewhat skittish. That's, again, they can decide maybe I'll just do the 400 for now. And then some people are we'll just go right in the middle. We won't even choose. Right.
Well, the cool thing about you guys too is, sometimes when you're up in the northern beach area, I almost feel like it's kind of I don't want to compare it to a resort vacation, but in a sense, once you're up there, it's really easy to just stay up there. You know, there's lots of stuff to do. The middle of the Outer Banks, the southern Outer Banks. I always say you can have a different vacation within a week on the Outer Banks all year long because there's just so many different things to do. But when you're up in the northern beaches, you know, sometimes if it's a heavy traffic day, it's kind of a pain to drive out. So it's cool that you guys are up there offering all this stuff. So do you find a lot of people, and you might not know the answer to this, but you know, a lot of people just kind of, they're just hanging up there and they're checking you guys out. They're checking out the local restaurants around you and just kind of like making their vacation a northern beach vacation?
Yes, I definitely have found that people that have gone north and stayed up there do tend to come back. They've said that they've vacationed the beach before, and the north is more private than I would say down here in Kitty Hawk and Nags Head. And so definitely if that's what they want to do and that's how their family has enjoyed vacationing, they've found what they've liked to do and stayed there. What
do you feel like is kind of your more popular offering? What are people doing the most of at North Beach Watersports?
Honestly, it really depends on the week. Every week is different. Everyone loves to jet ski. People love to parasail. The pontoons are really popular too. Those they can book out so far in advance. Like we already have pre-reservations in August for those.
Wow.
And so it just kind of depends because people will come down for the week and we've booked up so much that they can't do what they wanted to do because we already had the reservations all week.
Right.
And so then they'll call like way before they come on vacation next year because they want to do our activities. And so that's a lot of fun for everyone. And then the tubing and banana is popular too. Everyone loves to do that.
Can you kind of describe what the tubing's like, where you guys go? I assume you're taking that out, you know, right on the sound and going there.
Yeah, so we have our boat that has either the tube or the banana hooked behind it, and then we offer hour sessions or longer. And so normally if they do an hour, we can let them switch off. So we'll do tube for 30 minutes, banana for 30 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
Depends. And our banana's 12 people. It can fit 10. And so our boat holds 12, but banana can fit 10. And so, so they've got a big family. They can all load up on the banana. It's hilarious to watch. We offer photo packages. So our mate takes all the pictures and they get the SD card with them sent home. And so it's a lot of fun. And the tube's really good for like teens, older kids that want to kind of go faster than just the ride along banana. So it's a lot of fun.
Right. And you mentioned the photo packages. I'm sure do you offer those with everything or?
So the photo packages are offered with the parasail and the tubing rentals. And so it's like the mate on the boat takes the pictures of them and they get to take the whole SD card with them. And so they get every photo that's taken that day.
Yeah.
And so that's really popular because it's just really easy. We have a nice zoom lens camera and so they get really good quality photos.
Yeah, they get quality stuff to show their vacation off on social media.
Yeah.
So, I'm here. I'm doing this. It's awesome. So someone who's never done it before, they come down, they want to try out a jet ski. I feel like there's certain days, like it's better if the water's flat, honestly, right? So if it's way too choppy, you might not have as good of a time. What's the right condition someone should look for if they're trying to like book a jet ski thing for you?
I would definitely say that if you're less experienced, I would look for more of the flat water when it's more calm out, less wind. But the jet skis are a lot of fun. We have the newest skis on the beach, 2018 and 2019s. And so it's a lot of fun. They definitely, it depends on the water, if the water is choppy or not, because it can be harder to go as fast and drive if the water's more choppy. But still, I mean, on a choppy day, people still go out there and they're like, yeah, the water was really rough, but we had a great time.
Yeah, I totally can see that. It makes sense too, like you said, people that have more experience, they can probably handle the choppy water a little better.
A little more, yeah.
Over your time working at North Beach Watersports, have you seen anything interesting kind of over your time there? Anything that sticks out in your head?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been working there for 3 years. We've had the paddleboarders and kayakers tell us about they've seen baby otters and some dolphins swimming in the sound. So that was really exciting for them.
Yeah.
And then even one of the girls that we worked with, she was the mate on the boat at one time, and her boyfriend surprised her and came out and booked a parasail trip and ended up proposing to her while they were parasailing. So that was a lot of fun, really cute pictures to see, and they were so excited.
That's genius for anyone listening who's coming down on a vacation and you're thinking about maybe a good way to whip up a proposal.
That's a memorable one.
Yeah, I bet she was super stoked. That's very cool. I haven't even mentioned yet, but can you tell us where you guys are located at in Corolla?
Yeah, so we are all the way north. So that we're the most north water sports that you can get. Our address is 1066 Ocean Trail. And then if you're familiar with the inn at Corolla Light, we are located in the same vicinity as them, right next door. And so it's super easy to find. If you pull into the inn parking lot, we're right there on the left side. It's a little blue gazebo.
So as far as booking, people can visit your website and see what's going on, but you guys actually don't book through the website, correct?
Right. So you can call us and make any reservations through the phone or walk up and we'll make the reservation right there on site. We'd rather not do online booking just so we don't have the online booking fees that some of the other places might have.
Right.
So it's just easier for us to talk to you right there on the phone or in person and make your reservation as needed.
Okay, very cool. And your website is northbeachwatersports.com, correct?
Yes.
And you mentioned earlier that you guys are kind of, you're fairly booked up most of the time. But say come down for vacation and I didn't plan well enough ahead of time and you guys are booked up for the activity I want to do during my vacation. Do you have cancellations and stuff sometimes? Like, do you encourage people to call in and check maybe on the day or?
Absolutely. We're really good with that. And normally the week of, if they just call us, like it's better if they call on a Monday or Tuesday and we can get them in normally that week. Once it gets towards Thursday, Friday, it's kind of their week's ending and our reservations are booked up from the week. And so if anyone were to come and we were booked for their activity that they wanted to do, we're really good about taking down their name and number. And if we have any cancellations, we'll call them right away.
Okay, very cool. Going back to the activities, you mentioned the tubing's kind of like cool for the teens. What would you recommend for families that have small children?
The small children love the paddle boards and kayaks and even the jet skis. They can sit behind their parents and hold on and they'll take them around. And then we're really good on our dock about switching off. And so you can pull the jet ski right back up into the dock and we'll switch any riders off and drivers. And so you got to be 16 to drive with a valid ID. And so as long as you got that, we're good to go. We can switch off throughout your 30-minute or hour ride.
Okay, very cool. And then as far as stand-up paddleboarding, that's really taken off in the last, I don't know, I'd say probably 5 to 10 years. And a lot of people are getting into it. Can you kind of explain stand-up paddleboarding and the level of difficulty with it? Because I feel like for an absolute beginner, that's a really good thing to jump in on.
Definitely. I would recommend that for someone who's maybe not looking on the super pricey range and just wants to get out on the water and have some fun. Stand-up paddleboarding, I would compare it to a bigger surfboard type thing.
It's a little wider,
it's
a little
wider, longer, yeah. And it just floats on the water like a surfboard would. And it comes with a paddle, and you basically just either you can do it on your knees if you don't have that great of balance, or you can stand up, and that's obviously better on days that the water's very calm. But it's a lot of fun. You just stand and you paddle along, and it's a good workout.
Yeah, it really is. It gets your cardio going. Definitely upper body workout.
They have a lot of fun when they're out there on those.
And I also feel like it's one of the more relaxing things that in kayaking. I mean, you can just go at your own pace.
It's definitely relaxing. And it's really nice because you can get up towards the shore and see all the scenery. And so we're right there by the Whalehead Club. And so it's really pretty views and the lighthouses in the background. And so people like to do that to be able to see the views. And then I've even seen people do headstands on the paddleboard. So that's been funny. Oh, and then we do offer free lessons for paddleboards. And so if they don't know how to do it, and they feel uncomfortable, we're really good about having our staff to teach them 5 to 10 minutes. They can explain everything, help them out, stand in the water with them. And once they get it, they're pretty good to go. Once it's kind of like riding a bike. Oh,
that's awesome. That comes right with the rental then.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know if no one's ever tried that before. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of North Beach Watersports, kind of how you guys came to be on the beach, how long you've been around, stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going on 8 years of business now. We're family owned and operated, and all the crew out there is just family, friends. We're all big family. Everyone knows each other. I've worked with my siblings before, and then I have a lot of coworkers who have their siblings there. And so that's really nice because it's just fun to be around your family and have everyone so close together. All of our activities that we have at North Beach are owned by us, and so that's always a fun fact because we have managed to build this business on our own.
That's cool. And it's kind of like, I feel like that a lot of businesses on the Outer Banks as far as the family aspect of it, or I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think there's a lot of big corporate businesses in the Outer Banks. I think that's one of the things that makes the Outer Banks kind of special and unique and cool.
I would definitely agree. I think that's why a lot of people like to vacation here. And I think that's something special that they can look forward to not having that city lifestyle when they're here relaxing at the beach.
Yeah, it's more secluded. It's more underdeveloped than other beaches. I mean, yeah, we don't have a Ripley's Museum to take the kids to, but in a way, that's kind of a good thing.
Absolutely. I would agree. If you're coming to the beach, I've always gone to the beach to go to the beach.
Right.
We love the water sports aspect of it, obviously, and being able to visit the sound side too, because we are located on the sound side. And so that's always something that you get a different side of view over there. But I definitely agree. I think that it's nice to have some more privacy when we're down at these beaches.
We just had written a blog on Soundside, and we're trying to kind of make sure that people understand that, because the Outer Banks essentially are a string of islands right off the coast of North Carolina. That means not only do we have access to the ocean, but we're completely in water. We're an island. So the other side between the coast and the Outer Banks is the Sound side. And, that's what you mentioned where you guys do all the water sports and stuff. But, yeah, let's just talk about that a little bit. Like, the Sound is awesome. There's amazing things. It's great to learn water sports. It's not super deep. It's not super crazy.
Yeah, I would think that's what a lot of people like too, especially us. Some people come and they've never been here before. They've never seen the Sound and they think the water's dirty. Mm-hmm. And we had to explain to them that no, the water's not dirty. It's just darker in color because it's not the ocean. Because it's brackish water.
It's brackish. It means It's a mix of salt water and fresh water.
Yep, that's right. And so it is. It's nice that you're able to walk out, especially when you have the younger children. Like when at our dock, it's probably only 4 to 5 feet. And so we can stand, if not shallower than that. Everyone's able to stand waist deep. The kids can even go down the stairs that aren't their family's jet skiing and they've got younger kids. We have stairs right into the water and they love to play. We have our dock dog, Izzy, and so they throw the ball for her and they have a lot of fun with that. And she swims all in the Sound. And so it's a lot of fun. And the Sound, it's beautiful view on the Sound too. The sun sets over there, and so it's really nice to see.
The sunsets are amazing. I've had the argument more than once on social media. I'll post a picture of sunset and I'll get comments. Don't you mean sunrise? It's like, no. We actually have both sides on the Outer Banks. We're not just the one beach thing. Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
Very cool. So if you have not checked out the Sound and you want to find more about it, go to outerbanksvacations.com. You can read our Soundside blog there. And also, if you go to outerbanksvacations.com, I have not mentioned yet, North Beach Watersports is part of our club, Seaside Club. So they're offering Seaside Vacation guests 10% off their tubing and banana boat rides, and you can also save 10% off of a pontoon rental with North Beach Watersports. So all that information is at outerbanksvacations.com, right on the homepage when you click on Club Seaside. So Chandler,
and that's awesome that you mentioned that, because we do have coupons in the Sunny Day Guide and some of the other visitor guides, but those are for parasailing and jet skis. Mm-hmm. And so we don't really have any coupons for our pontoons and banana boats and tubing. And so that's a great thing that you can get 10% off for Seaside Vacations.
Yeah, it's very cool. And you know what? Every little bit people can save makes a difference, because that means more seafood.
Definitely. So. more vacation money to spend.
Chandler Pace from North Beach Watersports. Appreciate you coming in to talk to us once again. NorthBeachWatersports.com is a website where you can find everything going on at North Beach Watersports.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. We really are happy to be on here, and we look forward to seeing you guys.